confirm that I have officially graduated a couple of days ago. I did my final retreat here in lockdown in this very room. It's tiny, but you know, you can adjust to anything. But I mean, I was just going to say a few things about the BP. I mean, I think I walked into it slightly blind. I live in London, and like many of us, I was doing the FBT, the Foundation of Buddhist Thought, with Geshe Tashi. It was his last campus course. Probably like most of us, wasn't really interested in studying, but started. It was one weekend a month, and then it was coming to an end, and I didn't know what to do with myself because it kind of held my Dharma structure. I didn't really need to think about which courses to do because FBT just sort of sorted that out for me. So I just carried on. And just as we finished that course, it was me and another BPer. We just decided to carry on into the basic program, and we're a little bit shocked because obviously, it, like Geshe say, it's not basic. It really stretches you, and it's a little bit of a jump actually from FBT. But you know, what I really found was, as somebody who worked 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, that slotting into the weekend was really helpful. You know, it's just on weekends. We actually had some more intensive. I think we started with the Heart Sutra, the 6-dayer, and after like 4 days, my brain was hurting. I don't think I'd experienced that before, but I had 3 days of brain ache. But it really does help because you're just learning subjects which you've never gone into that depth before. So I really think that if you are working, it's a really good thing to just slot in. And especially if you are in London, it really helps just to kind of come in and do the campus course, because you make such good friends, and that really helps after you finish the 5 years of studying. You go into the kind of second stage, which is this review. And we didn't know what we were doing, but it was on an online forum. And you have these questions to do every day for 3 months, which sounds quite intense, and it was, but we was something highly addictive about it, where we were just, everyone was just studying, writing questions, supporting each other. And actually that was really the stage where, for me, it's really cemented in, and you get the answers each week. So you're encouraged to write questions, so you get the answers in preparation for the exam. But I really found it was really quite balanced and really well structured, the course. So you really get a really good in-depth of everything really, with the kind of 5 years of studying, the review, which is the 3 months of kind of home learning and question and answers, which finishes with the exam. Nothing to worry about with the exam. If you've done the review, the exam just comes naturally. And then you've got the retreat, which is really where you really go quite in depth, and it's a Lambrin retreat. And I mean, as somebody who has a mortgage to pay, my husband is not Buddhist and was kind of shocked at me disappearing for such a long period of time, and I work full time, I really couldn't cope with the thought. I didn't know what to do with the retreat, whether I was going to be able to do it. So I just put it to one side, and it just fell into place. I was able to kind of shift things and move things around, and I was actually able to fulfill the retreat commitment. And it was really worthwhile. I stayed up in one of Land of Joy's, their new retreat hut, over Christmas, and I just took Christmas out because it was just a perfect time, really. And so I do feel that having finished, I'm able to read the texts we've done on my own and do retreats on them. Even this retreat I've just done, I took the Tathagata Essence, the Buddha Nature text, and I was able to read it without any, not too much trouble like I would have done before. So it really helps. And when you're listening to teachings from His Holiness, he's referring to things you've already studied. So it's really quite in depth. But at the same time, I think kind of my advice to myself, who can push myself a bit too much, and to anyone else, is just to keep it joyful. And if all you can do is just show up, which is sometimes all you can do, just keep showing up, because I think the benefit is just keeping at it, and not getting too bogged down. So that would be just make a commitment to just put those days in your diary. And over the 5 years, I only missed one weekend, I think, and I was doing the Mani retreat in Italy, and I decided to take that weekend off. But I just made a commitment that the first thing I did, because we got the dates about a year in advance, so I just put the dates in my calendar, and my whole life had to fit around the basic programs. It was really a priority for 5 years. And so I didn't really get too bogged down in it. So that was my, I've made a few notes. And I think, Geshe, I wanted to say that, obviously, I suppose it's too soon to see if I've kind of changed too much. But one of the benefits of just finishing this retreat was I've actually realised that watching TV is a complete waste of time. So I've cancelled my Netflix prescription, which is like a TV program, you pay £6. So I think it really came to me in this last retreat that, like, you got precious human rebirth and wasting too much time watching TV. So the first thing I did, I came out and cancelled the telly, so I can do a bit of practice in the evening. So it does pay off. It sinks in. So I think that's everything I wanted to say. I've probably rabbited on. I speak very fast, so